This is to document March 25th, and we've successfully gotten, this live is about getting to March 25th. So March 1st, I went live at one campus in UTC. Now I'm at another campus, and my daughter's just given some research at an undergraduate research forum, and I'm awaiting my lunch. And when I see my lunch, I will say, "Hello, lunch." So between these two March days, I've noticed a difference between a Christian campus and a state university campus, where they're both like places where people are learning knowledge and skills and collaborating and how to advance themselves and serve others in this world. But a Christian campus definitely has a feeling more of being like church, or like a reverence about it. So that was nice to me to remember that. And there also was some issues brought up in the research forum where people were talking about sin and the effects of it psychologically, like documenting how you see it in various art forms like literature. And I realized that for Christians, like not knowing things or not understanding things or not knowing like whose sin is this the child's fault or the parent's fault? But there's one occasion where Jesus simply like cast out demons. He knows it's demons possessing this man who maybe today we would say he has mental health issues, we should medicate him. But Jesus knows everything, and we don't know everything. And so we have to be comfortable with that. Serving him was my thought. And then another thought that I had was like, the realm of the unknown is what takes faith and helps you figure out how to share God's love with people, because you venture into the unknown every time you learn something new and try to figure out how does this apply to what I can and should do to serve God and other people. So now I'm serving him by sitting here waiting for my lunch, trying to plant seeds to grow this YouTube channel. And the place where I learned most of what I know about art and music was a university. So I'm here on the campus of Bryan College, and I know it looks like somebody's created a brand new musical here, which I think is really cool. And I see that as a sign of the Spirit's blessing, that like people are just creating stuff. And so they've got a new musical coming out. Hey, welcome to the channel. So like I grow all things kind of arts and music-y around here. And I'm looking for the 600th subscriber. And I know arts and music is not always like the most popular topic, but I feel like it's something that everybody wants to do, wants a little part of, that it's kind of like in our human nature to want to either enjoy stuff that someone else has done or consider like, what could I do? You know, could I sing? Could I take beautiful photographs? So a lot of times to fund that kind of work, you have to get even more creative than the original creativity. Like I've written lots of music that I'm self-publishing. And then to figure out, well, how do you go from the self-publishing audience to the people who want to play the music? And I like performing also and getting groups of people together to perform and encourage them. And then I think, wait a minute, we must have artist fees, because we're somewhat in a more rural place, and the arts can't get passed down as quickly unless you pay artists to kind of do their thing in public, as well as teach people. There's a pretty good amount of teaching going on here, even like crafts, like folk crafts and folk art. But I definitely think that you need to grow the high arts and the most creative arts with the folk arts, because the folk arts, they will also diminish in vitality unless you have higher arts. Maybe not necessarily like extremely experimental and offensive arts. I wouldn't necessarily support that. But I think people should be free to seek an audience for their arts. And so here I am waiting for my lunch. Now, I wonder how many more minutes this is going to be. So we're going to do a tea party. And at this tea party, I'm going to see how to fund it, like whether I should apply for this Where Women Create grant or just sell tickets to it. And the idea was to get moms who are often underappreciated out where they can have a tea party and kind of see what different people are creating and be inspired. That like most of that happened kind of underground, like in the seed planting area where you don't see a lot of the labor that moms go through to love their kids. Hey, Michelle. So most of the stuff that we do to love other people is kind of underground and unseen, and there's a little tiny bit of it that's loving and artwork that you actually hear at a performance or can enjoy again and again on a recording. And so I hope to have a tea party to be like a relaxing Mother's Day type forum to honor moms for their unseen work and to see a little bit of the visible artistry work. I think every mom is like a teacher or an artist, but not all appreciated as they should be. And not all really know what they're doing. It does take some level of faith. Okay, definitely join the channel. We're producing new music. We're encouraging people. We love the Lord here. And I think I'm going to go and drive to my lunch. I was wondering where my lunch was.
Let's go.
I've got to sign off.